My living situation back in the day, we were going through moving quite a bit. We had just moved from Casey, so it was a new area, even though I still went to school out in Lee Summit, but we weren't as fortunate as, the friends I may have had back then. The fridge wasn't always looking the best. It was kind of confusing. It was kind of confusing for sure. The first time I heard about the Summit Lunch program was when I was little, like 8 or 9 years old. My mom had told us about this lunch that was starting up in the summer that we could just go up and get. So it always felt weird having to be, the friend that had to go up and get lunches. I remember being the only four though who did need the peanut allergy ones.
My name is Patty Bowie, and I am a longtime member of the Summit Church and have been part of the summer lunch program since its inception. One of the things that I've loved most about being able to be part of this program and over the years is getting to know some of the kids and their families. And there have been some in particular who would come year after year after year, and you get to know who wants a peanut allergy lunch, who needs one. You get to know how many lunches they're going to get. You get to know how many siblings they've got, and there was one little boy, and I still remember, I can visualize even today, he would come from across this lot and just running the whole way, every single day. He never missed. But the thing I remember, he always emphasized, and we need one peanut allergy. We need one peanut allergy.
I've always been in the sports scene growing up. Since I was 6 years old, played sports all my life. Got hurt, couldn't play sports ever again. So I figured I just wanted to stay in the sports scene. I saw this girl who did photography at games, and she, showcased it to everyone, and I was just like, I wanted it to be me. So ever since then, I've been pushing out photography, and then that's when I got the opportunity to intern for the Summit Church. One of my first projects for the Summit Lunch was to go take photos at different locations and basically showcase what goes on. And I remember getting sent the location of where I used to get lunch when I was younger. It felt just like home. I knew exactly where it would be. At the top of the hill, I knew exactly where.
We were at lunch a few weeks ago, and a young man came up and parked behind us, and at first an adult young man, and we thought at first that perhaps he was there to pick up lunches. But he got out his camera and he started taking some pictures, and I wasn't really sure who he was. I'd not met him yet. So we struck up a conversation and asked, well, why are you here taking pictures or whatever? And he said, oh, I'm with the Summit Church. So of course then we hadn't met yet. He said, I used to come here for lunch. And he said, and he pointed at the lot, and I said, you came across the lot every day we were here, and you always got, it was either 4 or 5 lunches, and you always asked for a peanut allergy lunch. He said, that was me.
And in that moment, I was really thinking life comes full circle. And it felt great to be on the other side and be the one giving back to the people who are now in the position I used to be in. It felt great to know that she remembered me. It showed that they actually care. It showed that they cared, and it showed that they really are for what they stand for, which is giving and connecting with the community in possible, many, many ways. And lunch being one of them.
We've fed thousands, tens of thousands of kids in the 20-plus years, 20-ish years we've been doing this. And just to think that there are tens of thousands more that need lunch in the summer when their kids aren't in school, the families who don't have to worry about can we afford to buy food for lunch, because we know those kids are going to have a meal those 5 days a week when we're there serving them while they're out of school in the summer. So it's a good thing. It's a really, really good thing. I think God smiles at this.